creative weirdos, so happy to have you back with me today. We are making DIY pillows and we are doing it both no sew and yes sew, because some of you sew, some of you don't sew, some of you have sewing machines and are good at it, and some of you are like me and have a sewing machine and never use it. You know, so. Yep. Sinus infection. Very excited to get into these pillows. If you have seen any of my decorating videos, you know how much I rely on throw pillows to spruce up a room, a couch, a chair, a bed. They are so important to bring in pattern and texture and coziness. So making your own is budget friendly and also really fun because you can use whatever fabric you want. And while you're at it, subscribe, because why not? If you haven't subscribed by now and you're watching these videos, it's about damn time. And if you've subscribed and you're a long-time subscriber, thank you so much. And so let's get into these two beautiful pillows. And also, guys, bonus, just have to tell you, they're double-sided. They look beautiful from both sides. They can mix and match. I mean, it's just, they're super cool. So check it out. For this first no-sew pillow, you will need a pillow insert in your desired size and two different types of fabric. We are using a natural linen and a beautiful green velvet for a nice contrast. You need a scrap piece of fabric for an ironing cloth, some iron-on hem tape, scissors and sewing pins, buttons and decorative ribbon, and a needle and thread. First, measure your pillow insert so you know roughly how wide and long it is so you can cut your piece of velvet 1 to 2 inches bigger than that insert. Now for your linen, cut 2 pieces that are the same width as your velvet piece but a couple inches longer so that they overlap each other to create an envelope style opening. Now it's time to hem those 2 linen pieces, which you will do with a damp cloth and some iron-on hem tape. Fold one side of your linen piece over once and sandwich a piece of hem tape in the fold. Using a damp cloth and an iron set on the heat setting recommended on the hem tape package, you can adhere your first fold. Now create a clean hem by folding over once more and sandwiching another piece of hem tape between the fabric to adhere. Sometimes this hem tape can be a little stubborn, so just make sure you're checking that it's fully adhered before you stop ironing. You can also do a finishing swipe over your hem with no cloth and the iron turned to the steam setting to really secure that sucker. Repeat that process with your other piece of linen, creating a beautiful hem on just one side of your fabric. The 2 hems will now lay over each other to create the envelope opening like this. Now place your velvet face down over the overlapping linen pieces, making sure that the 2 sides that you want facing out are actually facing each other for this next step. Pin them together in the middle so all 3 pieces stay secured. Now use a piece of hem tape along the edge to attach the fabric together. Notice we're doing this not totally at the edge of the fabric, which is why you want to make sure your fabric pieces are a little bit bigger than the pillow insert for this hem allowance. Now adhere these 2 pieces with the iron just like you did before. For the sides where the fabric overlaps, you will need to attach the 2 pieces of linen together in the area where they are overlapped, and then the velvet to those 2 pieces. Repeat until all 4 sides of your pillowcase are hem taped together. Using hem tape is a great option if you don't sew. However, just keep in mind it does not hold up as well as if you sewed the pillow. Now it's time to turn your pillowcase right side out through the linen envelope opening and make sure it looks good, and then turn it back inside out again so you can trim off any excess fabric on the other side of your hems. Time to turn it inside out yet again and insert your pillow insert. To keep your envelope closed, you can stitch on some buttons on the inner panel as well as some loop tabs made from pretty pieces of ribbon, which are easy to sew onto the underside of your panel just using a needle and thread. Make sure that both the ribbon pieces are the same length and that they will fit snugly around your sewn on buttons. Okay, let's move on to the so-so pillow and get ready to use your machine to make a pillow that will last forever. We're doing another 2-sided pillow with this beautiful pattern cloth and some more natural linen. You'll also need some pretty ribbon, sewing pins, thread, scissors, and a measuring tape. Oh look, green nails! This pattern cloth we will keep as our solid piece because it's just so darn pretty. And this natural linen we are going to use for another envelope opening. Hello pillow insert, very important. Obviously this one is rectangle, but you could totally use a square as well. Measure your pillow insert and cut your solid panel of fabric to be about 1 to 2 inches bigger. Cut your piece of linen to be the same width as your top cloth, but then cut it about 6 inches longer. Then cut this piece of linen in half. We are going to do the same double fold hems like we did on the no-sew pillow, but this time we are going to pin the folds together. Now line up your folds in the center with some overlap and trim off any excess. Ironing down this double fold will help give you a nice flat hem to sew. Okay, so since this is a sewing DIY, let's quickly go over how to set up your machine. You secure the spool of thread that matches your fabric at the top, and then start your clean bobbin by threading the end of the thread through the hole so that you can hold onto it. Now place your bobbin in the small spool and press on the pedal so the thread starts spooling around the bobbin a few times, and then stop and cut the excess long thread. Now finish spooling up the bobbin by pressing the pedal again, and look at this cute little full bobbin. He had a big lunch. Now follow the directions on your machine to run the thread around and under all the guides so that it flows smoothly with no snags. Once you make it all the way down the winding path to the needle, thread it. Load your bobbin just below the foot of the machine and slide the cover closed. Then use the large knob on the side of your machine to lower the needle down into the bobbin well, and it will bring the bobbin thread up. Set your desired stitch and start by sewing the folded hem first and then the sides of your pillowcase together. Remember that the faces of the fabric should be facing each other for this step, and you're sewing 1 inch in from the raw edge. You should be doing this in the same order as the no-sew pillow. Sew a couple inches, then hit reverse to secure the stitch before you go back on your merry way forward down the hem. At the corner of your fabric, make sure your needle is in the down position so you can just swing the fabric around and sew down the next side. Now remove your pins and ta-da, you have a beautiful hem. Another step you could do to fully finish the edges is set your machine to an overlock stitch and sew along the raw edge of the fabric. At the corners, you can do a diagonal cut so that there is less bulk when you turn your pillowcase right side out and insert your pillow insert. Now it's time to create some adorable tabs to close the envelope on the back. You can do a simple button or more ribbon tabs like we're doing with this beautiful cranberry velvet. Measure evenly in from the sides of the pillow and pin your tabs onto the top layer with a little fold to get a nice clean edge. Now you can use your machine to sew over the pinned down tabs to attach. Trim any excess thread, reinsert your pillow, and tie them up. I love these double-sided pillows because it's a sustainable way to have 2 pillows in one, and these also make great gifts. Guys, oh my gosh, I'm thrilled with how they turned out, and I just love how you can turn them both ways. You can style them where the backs are showing or the fronts are showing. I mean, it just makes it that much more budget friendly for you guys out there because you can basically make a 2-in-1 pillow every time you make your own case. So I hope you got really inspired by this video. Remember, throw pillows are the accessories of your couch or bed or chair. So change them out whenever you need a refresh to your room or you want to change the seasons. I mean, you can't change the seasons by changing your throw pillows, but you know what I'm saying, mimic the seasons. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comment section if you have any questions or if you want to share your DIY pillows. I would love to see them. Use hashtag MrKate when you post, and you can also post pictures of your projects on the Mr. Kate Talk forums where we all like to just blab about creative things. So thank you so much, and subscribe, guys. Oh no, that's the thumbs up. Subscribe. What are you doing? You subscribe. Subscribe. Click it. Press it. Yeah. And I will see you on the next DIY extravaganza. Yeah, I love you. Bye. Mr. Kate.